Ooh. Welcome to Smash Writing. And we are going to review one of our fun favorite movies, Jingle, all the way. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, Jake Lloyd, and Rita Wilson.
Dale Hartman.
He was Ted, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to draw a blank of what I've seen him in before.
He was a big voice on The Simpsons.
Okay. So, the former retail worker loves talking about this movie and doing because he had to deal with these types of situations. So let's go ahead and get into the plot of Jingle All the Way.
The plot is a business first parent is trying to make up for being a neglectful dad to his son by getting him the Turbo Man doll. And this is like, yeah, I told you like 2 months ago.
Which is his wife.
Liz. Yeah, Liz is his wife. And she's like, I told you months ago to get it. You got it, right? You're not going to go find it now.
At this point, he could have gone left and told the truth. But instead, he's like, I got it.
It's at the office, so I have to go get it. And it's like Christmas Eve. It is the hottest action figure. And he has not bought it. So he has to go find it. And at the first place, he runs into Sinbad in a similar situation, played by Sinbad. He's a mailman. And that starts a city-wide brawl, pretty much, between these two.
Yeah.
Rivalry trying to get their hands on the Turbo Man doll.
It's a love and hate relationship right now with these two. It's crazy.
But at the same time, there's a ticking clock on Howard, who played Arnold, because he's supposed to be at the parade with his family at like 3 o'clock or something like that. So he's got limited amount of time, and just hijinks of galore happen here.
So then you have him like the first... Was it the first one where he... Jim Belushi.
That's after the raffle.
Yeah.
Where he can't get his hands on the yellow ball, and then gets attacked by the moms. But the Santa Mall hears him, and it's Jim Belushi. He's like, I got Turbo Man doll, and he takes you to the warehouse full of mall Santas.
Where it's a hustling organization.
It's a doll that breaks into pieces, and it's Spanish. You got the Big Show Santa in there.
Yeah. And he fights all the Santas, and you even got... I love it when the Big Show Santa punches the little Santa.
The mini-me Santa. And the actual police show up because it's a raid. And he
gets out by showing them.
He grabs one of the toy police badges and claims to be an investigator and walks out.
So he gets out of that situation. But it's crazy because as the day goes on, the situations then get bigger.
Because while he's doing all this, the neighbor is making the moves on
his wife.
So every time Howard calls home, it's Ted picking up the phone.
Yeah. What's it like? There was one scene with he gets mad because like Ted's hanging up the lights in his house.
Yeah, he's like,
that is like.
Well, that was at the beginning of the movie when he's hanging up the lights.
Okay, and he's like, why is Ted?
He's putting the star on the tree.
Ooh, yeah.
He sees Ted putting the star on his tree, and he breaks into Ted's house to steal his Turbo Man doll.
Yeah.
He gets attacked by the reindeer.
Yeah. Jesus, this was over the top funny. Like it. So then, obviously,
it all accumulates at the parade.
Yeah.
Where he inadvertently gets dressed up as Turbo Man to try to avoid getting caught by the cops,
who are chasing because
of a bomb.
And then he also burned his hands with coffee.
Well, that's not really his fault. That was an accident. You can't arrest him for that. That's just pissed him off more.
You
could arrest him for the bomb.
Which wasn't actually him.
Yeah, that was Sinbad.
Which both of them didn't know was a bomb. Sinbad was like...
That was the running joke. Every time he's about to get caught or something, he'd pull out a pack to go, this is a bomb!
And then when it was actually bomb, his reaction was, there are some sick people!
There's some sick people in this world doing sick things!
Oh my god. So he's at the parade. He dresses up Turbo Man. Of course, Sinbad is...
He dresses up like the main villain, and they start getting into a big fight over the one Turbo Man doll on the float.
And everybody's thinking it's a show because there was supposed to be a show there.
I thought the sidekick gets pushed out, and the kids beat him up because no one likes Foster.
That's Turbo Man's sidekick. I get it. Nobody likes him. But to hate him...
Yeah, the kids hate him to the point of attack.
So it comes down to the loving conclusion. after the battle.
Howard gives his son the doll, and he gives the mailman the doll.
Yeah, because of course he just literally lived like a big fucking fantasy of all time.
Yeah, his dad gets to be.
Your dad's at the parade with you. And he's just like a tournament. And there's a action scene. This kid is living on top of a real. He has the memories of a lifetime because also it's going to be all over the news. So he got the footage. Kid don't need no doll after this.
The Turbo Man in the parade has a working jetpack.
Well, they did make note. It was like, well, during the previous guy, he's going to live.
He'll live.
There was so many fun scenes about this movie.
Oh, yeah. It's all by Arnold and Sinbad.
Yeah. First, we already covered the one regarding the Santa Claus warehouse.
Oh, I loved it when he called home and Howard answered. He's eating his cookies. Put the cookie down! No!
Then you have the diner scene, which there's two parts of this diner scene during what is like midway through the movie. You have the first part of it where Sinbad's character is talking about how when he was a kid he didn't get the toy that
he wanted the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah, and look how he turned out. So as Sinbad's talking about this, Arnold's character is visualizing his son, and it's hilarious because he's drinking the alcohol.
Yeah, he's drinking from the flask. He's sitting at the desk,
and he got the depressed look talking about the situation. The next part of the scene is when they hear over the radio
that they can call in and say the names of the reindeer, they will win a Turbo Man belt.
Yes. So instantly they run to the payphone inside the diner. And of course the little Bruce breaks out. And Sinbad pulls out the phone.
Arnold grabs Sinbad and yanks him out, which yanks out the phone, and he starts shaking Sinbad, and Sinbad just goes, 911! 911! And you were just like, it's not going anywhere. So then the diner person, the owner or the cook or whatever, it's like, it's 4 blocks down, guys, or something like that.
Yeah.
So they start running down the road,
and of course
chucking mail at him.
Well, he's also unloading the mail bag too because he got to try to catch up to Arnold. And Arnold's just like, this is I'm in shape. I got this.
I can do this all day. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
And now he gets there. Now
no one's getting their mail. Nobody getting that mail.
That there is a complaint still on hold because of how bad this was. So he gets to the radio station, and of course he's like excited, and the DJ's waiting for the calls. He's not expecting somebody to.
Howard busts into the studio.
Bum rushes the fucking studio. So then the cops get involved.
It was all for a gift card. There's a gift certificate for 1 free Turbo Man.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't say I had it, and you're getting it today.
And said you will get one.
You want to talk about the loopholes? Like, I don't call into those radio stations and do that type of stuff, but I feel like that's what really would happen.
Yeah, like they promise you a Turbo Man, not one immediately.
Yeah, like, sorry, you got to listen to us carefully, and then, you'll get your prize. Ted with Liz. Liz is, and we talked about it, she's not leaving Howard.
Like, you were talking about this on the one list, but it's like, you know what? If Howard screwed the pooch on this Christmas, Liz is going with Ted.
Yeah. But then when she goes head over heels for her husband when she sees him in the turbo. Ted moved in too soon.
Yeah, Ted made his move too soon.
He thought it was lining up. I don't know how many people would leave their significant other, like, over a toy during Christmas Eve.
We had this conversation with Jack Frost. Like, this is an absentee dad.
Yeah.
He's actively putting everything ahead of him. He's missing the karate recitals. He didn't buy the action figure. And the way Liz is talking to him, like, this is an ongoing issue. Like, he is not here.
Like, physically and mentally, he's zoned out.
Yeah, he is always on call.
And what's worse is he's making promises to the kid.
Yes, and he's actively breaking all.
And here's the thing, like, when you watch our Jack Frost episode, I criticize the kid. This kid is actually younger.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different feel to it.
Yeah.
if you're there, even though it's maybe like, okay, you say he's 7 and the other kid was 12, even though that's 5 years, that's a big mental gap.
You get the feeling with Jack Frost, when Jack isn't on tour or doing these.
Yeah, he does show scenes that he's a
good dad when he's not working.
Yeah.
Howard doesn't stop working.
Right.
He even tells us, even when he's on the phone with his wife, he calls her his number one customer. Because he's in such a number one customer. He says,
well, you have your secretary come in with fucking folders and it's telling him, you have your son's karate thing going. And he's like, I'll be there. You said that a half an hour ago. You said that 20 minutes ago. So you can see that he is...
Yeah, he is actually not involved in his son's life.
Right. And that... I mean, of course, that brings the element. Oh my God, this was an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
This was really funny. You talked about your retail experience, Christmas, and how people are. Some of the shit may seem over top, but then some of it is like.
Well, it's like you don't have to go back and read some of the reports of what was going on during the Power Ranger craze, where you just had to have those Power Rangers with the heads snapped around.
Yeah, from their helmet to their appearance.
There were fights over them.
Wow.
There were brawls and over Tickle Me Elmo. It was a nightmare.
Wasn't Teletubbies was another hot toy that a lot of parents wanted for their kids, and it was getting. I remember the Teletubbies more than anything because
I remember a story that came out was when those VCR DVD combos where one went through a glass window of Best Buy because there was a fight broke out. One went fine.
Oh God, those combos! Everybody wanted those combos.
I had one of those combos.
I did too. They were wicked because you're like, fuck, I have everything all in one.
Oh yeah, I would used to
bring that back.
I would
bring that back.
I wouldn't say I did this. I would say hypothetically one could hook up their PlayStation 2 to the combo, play the DVD in the PlayStation, and record it on VHS and sell the VHSs.
No shit. I feel like you've done it.
Hypothetically, that could happen. I wouldn't know firsthand.
All right.
I wasn't like 14 at the time. I'd sell videos.
I was hustling Airheads at like 12, so I was buying it at Sam's Club and selling them.
One comes with a warning that you're going to jail and get a $250,000 fine.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you rate this film?
A. This is a great time.
You know what? I agree. I'm going with an A as well. I thought it brought the laughs. I thought you had good chemistry amongst the actors. Another thing I was thinking about, like you said this off, we were just questioning, like, what happened to Sinbad's career? Jake Lloyd had a run of like his career for a child actor went crazy from like 95 to 2001 to the point where he retired for abusive reasons, but nevertheless, Sinbad, I want to know what happened because he had another run in those 90s too where he was like a hot product. Arnold been Arnold all through this time, so
we were talking about what separates him from like Stallone. And it's like Arnold's ability to like in a way make fun of himself. Yeah,
because I brought it up because I'm like
because he transitioned into these family friendly movies better than Stallone could.
Yeah, Stallone, you just couldn't. Arnold's like, hey, I know I was the stereotype here, but I want to do other things, and we can, is he the greatest actor at being a multi-genre actor? No, but I think he's one of the few from that action period where they were either action stars or bust. He definitely came out a positive.
Yeah.
So there you go. Our review of Jingle all the way, A's across the board.
The holiday season's over. Fuck off.
Until next time.
Bye.